In our last video, we talked about finding the speed. Today, we're going to look for the distance traveled. That's what we're going to talk about today. Hi there, thank you for checking out my channel. Thank you for clicking on this video. If this is the first video that you're watching from my channel, I make educational and motivational content. So if you don't want to miss any of my new uploads, don't forget to hit subscribe and hit that bell icon. Now, like I said in the intro kanina, it's all about finding yung distance in this video. So if you haven't seen yung older video dun sa speed discussion natin, you can go and check out yung I button right here. Click on that and find yung ating first part dito sa series na ito. It's a comprehensive revamp of motion problems, all the possible na mga questions, one vehicle, two vehicle, all of these things, dadaanan natin sa series na ito. So, sana maging patient kayo throughout this entire process and you learn along as I teach every week. And makapagsagot kayo sa mga free exercises and quizzes that I put up. Okay? Now, just a quick little side note. If you're not familiar with it yet, we do have our own merch store. It's a great way for you to help support this channel. And if you're interested to help Team Lyqa and the Hope Fund and also help keep this channel going, you can go to shop.teamlyqa.com to check out our hoodies, t-shirts, caps, and all the merch that I designed for you guys. And if you ever find yourself wearing those, please send me that picture. I would love to see you wearing that. I actually designed all of these things myself. So natutuwa ako every time you show me a picture of you guys wearing it. So thank you so much for your support. And now that we have that out of the way, I'm going to switch over to my PC so I can explain this concept to you better. I'll see you in a bit. Like we did dun sa past lesson natin on finding the speed, it's going to be a breakdown of yung formula, and then we're going to have yung discussion of sample problems, and then at the end, we're going to have a quick quiz. Now, just a fair warning, yung quick quiz natin this time is a little more challenging. Kasi alam ko marami sa inyo ang medyo okay na yung grasp sa concept na ito. Pero if the question is presented in a different way, baka magkaroon kayo ng trouble sa paghahanap ng tamang sagot. So yun yung goal natin sa quick quiz mamaya. And if you stay tuned until the end, ma-encounter niyo yung tatlong questions na yun. Okay? Let's start with the formula. Ang formula na pinag-usapan natin last time when it comes to speed is yung basic na formula, which is S is equal to D over T, wherein speed is equal to the distance over time. Pero dahil this time ang pag-uusapan na natin is yung distance, kailangan natin ngayon hanapin yung formula for distance. Now, the first way that you can do that would be to derive yung formula. Okay? I-derive natin yung formula by basically applying yung concepts natin sa algebra and making sure that the D is left by itself. Okay? So, paano natin yun gagawin? Ang gagawin natin would be if S is equal to D over T at gusto natin maiwan yung D, we can use yung rules ng equalities para ma-cancel natin or matanggal natin yung T na nasa ilalim. So what we're going to do is basically multiply both sides by T. And when we do that, okay, S times T is going to be ST. And then, yung D over T, makakancel yung T na ito dito sa T na yan. Anong rules ito? Ito ay basics lang ng equality. If you already forgot about this, you can watch yung ating video lesson right here. Ililink ko na lang din sa taas para ma-refresh kayo. So, now that we have this, alam na natin, ang formula ngayon ng distance is basically speed times time. Okay? Now, another way for you to do this and actually solve for yung formula naman ng time, if that's what you're looking for, ay yung ating tinatawag na SDT triangle. Now, yung SDT triangle basically looks like this. And it's just a diagram, if you think about it, nung ating basic formula, which is S is equal to D over T. Now, once you have this triangle right here, ang gagawin mo lang, if you're looking for one of these three things, i-cover mo siya dun sa triangle. So, for example, if you're looking for the speed, which we did before, you would see that the formula for speed is D over T. Ito yon, D over T. Now, ano mangyayari if we're looking for the distance, which we are? sa video na ito. Iko-cover lang din natin yung D and you would see na magkatabi yung S at saka yung T. So, ibig sabihin nun, ang D is equal to S times T or ST. Okay? Now, itong SDT triangle na yan, very helpful yan. Lalo na if may mga quizzes, para hindi mo na kailangan i-memorize lahat ng mga possible na formulas dito sa tatlong entities na ito. Okay? Now, we have yung basic na formula natin. Tingnan natin yung basic form ng question. A question like this. Now, sabi dito, Barry ran for 5 hours with a speed of 2.5 kph or kilometers per hour. What was the distance he covered? Okay, so now we're looking for the distance. Ang binigay dito is yung 5 hours, which is yung time. Okay? Yung T natin would be yung 5 hours na yan. This will be 5 hours. And then yung ating speed naman ay binigay as 2.5 kilometers per hour. So this will be 2.5 kph. Okay? So i-multiply lang natin yan para makuha natin yung D. So D is equal to 2.5 times 5. Limang 2.5 is going to give us 12.5 kilometers. Okay? Now, dun sa usapang unit naman, dito, anong nangyayari kung bakit naging yung kph ay naging kilometers, tapos yung hours nawala? Ang idea lang yan would be when we multiply itong mga numbers when dealing with speed, distance, and time, yung units actually are also interacting in the same way. So, if you can think of it this way, ang kilometers per hour kasi looks like this, right? Kilometers over hour. Imo-multiply ko lang din siya sa hour. And because of that, makakancel ito. Matitirang unit is kilometer. Okay? And when I was still studying, it's actually my way din sometimes of looking for the formula kung hindi ako familiar. Hindi sa particular kind of problem na ito, no? Pero in higher forms ng physics or ng math, there are times na yung units natin ay nagiging clue sa kung paano mo makakukuha yung formula na kailangan mong gamitin to solve the problem. Kasi kung paano mo iti-treat yung paghahanap ng unit na hinahanap, yun din yung way for you to treat yung mga factors naman na ito. Wala lang, just a bit of a tip for the students out there who may have difficulties memorizing formulas as I did when I was younger. Okay? Now, let's see if you can solve this problem. It's going to be your turn. I'm going to give you a quick minute, and then at the end, we're going to discuss. And this is still different from your challenging na quiz natin. Okay? So if you're ready with your pen and paper, your timer starts now. Okay, so let's see how you did. Sabi, Barry ran for 7 hours with a speed of 4 kilometers per hour. What was the distance he covered? So again, D is equal to S times T. Ang S natin, or speed, is 4 kilometers per hour. So ito yon 4 kph. And then, i-multiply natin siya sa time, which is 7 hours. So, i-multiply natin siya sa 7 hours. Now, the answer would be D is equal to 4 times 7, 7, 14, 21, 28, 28 kilometers. Okay? So, again, fairly easy. A little bit easier kasi mas madali mag-multiply kasi mag-divide. When we're looking for speed, we usually have to divide things. But again, hindi nag-e-end sa ganito. Kasi sa aptitude exams, or kahit sa quizzes if you're still in school, you would see na may mga iba-ibang presentations ng same question. For example, may mga times na nawawala yung isang factor or kailangan mo siyang hanapin in reference to one more. Pero etong same formulas na ito ay gagamitin mo doon. And that is where our quick quiz will come into play. So if you're ready with your pen and paper, it's time for a more challenging set of questions. quick quiz na tayo para malaman natin kung naintindihan nyo talaga yung concept. Again, the idea here would be for you to be as creative as possible, bringing what you know about finding the speed, finding the distance, and then solving these three a little bit more challenging questions. Okay? So I'm going to give you some time then to answer these questions. At the end, I'm going to discuss kung ano yung tamang sagot. And if you're ready, your timer starts now. Alright, let's see how you did. So, yung first question natin, sabi, Gracia drove for 3 hours and 20 minutes with a speed of 81 kilometers per hour. What was the distance she covered? Now, if the name seems familiar, it's because Gracia is actually one of our viewers dun sa last na video. And I asked you guys na if you want me to give you a shout out or mention your name, dahil we're going to be using a lot of names dito sa series na ito, you can comment sa baba ng video na ito para sabihin ko ano yung name ninyo or name ng mga people na gusto ninyong gamitin ko sa susunod na mga questions. So, if you want to see your name pop up in the next videos in this series, comment nyo na lang din sa baba yung inyong pangalan para ma-mention natin. Okay? So, thank you, Gracia, for sending your name. Sabi dito, nag-drive daw siya for 3 hours and 20 minutes. Ang speed niya ay 81 kilometers per hour. So, again, the thing that we're going to do is not too far naman dun sa ginawa nating very basic kanina. Let's start out with filling yung blanks ng formula. So, distance is equal to speed. Ang speed niya is 81 kilometers per hour. Tapos, i-multiply natin siya by the time. Now, this is where some of you may have trouble. Sabi kasi dito, 3 hours and 20 minutes. Now, you can't necessarily just multiply 81 by 3 and then 81 by 20 minutes. And a lot of people have trouble converting yung hours or minutes into just digits, basically. So, yung numerical niya na equivalent. In the last video, I mentioned 2.5 hours and someone asked kung paano naging 2 hours and 30 minutes yung 2.5. Ang answer doon is basically you're just converting yung time. And I actually have a video on converting units and converting time specifically. So if you haven't seen that yet, ililink ko na lang din dito sa taas para mapanood ninyo. Ang idea nun is that kung nakalagay dito 3 hours and 20 minutes, ang 3 hours and 20 minutes is basically 3 point and then you have 20 minutes over 60 minutes, which is yung buong or kabuuan ng isang oras. So, 3 hours and 20 minutes is basically 3, tapos ito, 20 divided by 60. Or kung gusto mong mas padaliin ang life, pwede mo siyang i-reduce, 1 over 3 na lang. Okay? Kasi in lowest terms ko lang yung fraction. So, kung i-decimal ko to, this is basically 3.33, tas bar, hours. Or, pwede ko siyang i-treat as a mixed number. So what I'm going to do instead would be D is equal to 81 times, and then you have 3 and 1/3. Okay? Now, why do I prefer using yung fraction kesa dun sa formula? Now, the first thing is this. Kapag ikaw ay nagmumultiply sa isang repeating decimal, ang ibig sabihin ng repeating decimal is nauulit siya, kaya siya may bar sa taas. Infinite yung 3. So, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, hanggang tuloy-tuloy. Kapag ikaw ay walang calculator, okay, there will be times na magkakaroon ng difference na kaunti yung inyong magiging sagot kapag manual multiply mo ito versus kapag gumamit ka ng calculator. Pero kapag naka-fraction form siya, mas less yung possibility na yon. At mas madali din kunin yung 1/3. Kasi I'll show you how I will multiply this, no? Ang ginagawa ko kapag dealing with fractions is basically, I will just split this. So, uunahin ko yung 81 times 3 kasi ito, kayang-kaya ko yung mental math yan. Lalo na kung ikaw ay nagmamadali sa inyong aptitude test. This is a good trick. 81 times 3, 8, 16, 24. So, 240 plus another 3 kasi 1 times 3. Okay, anong ginawa ko doon? Basically ganito. 81 times 3, para ma-mental math ko siya, hindi ko siya kailangan isulat. Inuna ko muna yung 80, tapos yung 1. So, 80 times 3 is 240. Okay? And then, 1 times 3 is 3. So, just looking at it, I know that the answer sa 81 times 3 is 243. Now, hindi ba tayo tapos kasi di ba natin na-deal yung 1/3? Pero in order for me to get 1/3 of 81, ang gagawin ko lang, i-divide ko lang yung 81 sa 3. Okay? Iwatiin ko siya sa 3 parts. So, 81 divided by 3. And since yung 81 naman ay divisible sa 3, I know that kasi yung 81, yung digits niya, 8 plus 1 is 9, and that is divisible by 3. I covered this, yung factoring techniques natin, in a series din. If you haven't seen that, ililink ko na lang din sa taas. So, ibig sabihin, ito kaya ko tong i-mental math. Okay? Now, kung medyo tricky siya, may mga decimal na lalabas, dun ko na ima-manual. Pero pag ito, kayang-kaya ko naman to i-divide mentally, then I would do it mentally. So, 81 divided by 3, that is 27. Tapos, yung 27 na yon, imumultiply ko lang sa 1. So, 27 times 1 is just 27. I-add ko lang yung 27 dito. So, now I have 270. So, the answer is 270 kilometers. Now, if you notice, itong ginawa ko rin kanina is basically ratio rotation. Ang ginawa ko lang dun sa 81 para makuha ko yung 1/3 niya is this. So, 81, ang whole number. Siya yung 3, hinahanap po yung 1/3. This is x. So, pwede mo rin siya i-rewrite like that. 81 divided by 3 is 27 times 1, 27. Again, all of these things, you can play with. Whatever method works best for you, you can do that. But again, kung gusto niyo na i-manual, pwede rin 81 na lang times 3.33 bar. Pwede mong gawing ganyan. Okay lang din yun. Okay? Ang importante, the answer would be 270 kilometers. Doon tayo sa second question. Sabi dito, BB and CC went on a road trip. They decided to drive in 2-hour shifts. CC drove with a speed of 60 kilometers per hour while BB drove 3/4 as fast. If they had 3 shifts each, how far did they travel? So again, I did not joke when I said that the questions will be a little more challenging. And itong klase ng tanong na ito, nilalagay ito sa aptitude exams. Basically, to number one, waste your time. Okay? Kasi kung kayo ay maghahanap, okay, ng formula na complicated para isang formula lang ma-solve ko ito, you may have difficulties with that. Pero if you know your basics, you can actually just start solving it creatively para makuha niyo yung tamang sagot. That's what we're going to try. Now, sabi si Bibi tsaka si Cici nag-road trip sila. Si Cici daw, ang kanyang speed ay 60 kph. Medyo bonus na yan, no? Si BB, hindi natin alam. Kasi sabi daw, siya daw, ang speed niya daw is 3/4 as fast as CC. So, ang first natin na challenge would be to find out kung gaano kabilis yung 3/4 as fast. Now, how can I do that? Again, if you know ratio rotation, it's actually quite simple. What you could do would be, kung 60 ang whole number, okay, hinahanap ko yung kanyang 3/4, I can go like this. Okay, so 60 divided by 4, that is going to give me 15, times 3, that is 45. Okay? Or you can just multiply 60 and 3/4. This will give you 180 divided by 4. Again, 180 over 4 is still 45. It's going to be the same answers. So, si BB, ang speed niya ay 45 kilometers per hour. Now that I know yung speed nilang dalawa, you can start plotting yung nangyari sa kwento. Ang sabi, they drive daw in 2-hour shifts. Ibig sabihin, ang isang shift for them is 2 hours. So, kung ang speed ni CC ay 60 kilometers per hour, times 2, which is yung time, okay, para makuha mo yung distance ng isang shift ni CC, ang magiging distance nun ay 120 kilometers. Now, si BB naman, ang kanyang shift din, 2 hours din, kaya lang ang speed niya ay 45. So, ibig sabihin, yung 2 hours na yan, ang magiging distance ni BB naman is going to be 90 kilometers. Okay? So, ito na yung itsura niyan. Bawat isang shift, 120 si CC, tas 90 naman si BB. Ang sabi, they had 3 shifts each. Ibig sabihin nun, nakatatlong shift si CC, so ita-times 3 ko ito. Times 3 ito, 360 kilometers. Tapos, times 3 ko rin ngayon si BB, that would be 9, 18, 27, 270 kilometers. Tapos, para malaman ko yung total distance, pagsasamahin ko lang itong dalawang numbers na ito. So, this will be 360 plus 270. Now, if you remember, I taught yung technique na split and solve in my video nung 3 ways to add numbers. If you haven't seen that, ililink ko na lang din sa taas at sa description box sa baba. Pero one thing you could do if naka-horizontal yung iyong problem would be just to split ito. So, you have 300 para pwede mo itong isolve sa iyong brain. So, hindi mo na kailangang isulat. I'm just writing it down para may visual representation kayo. Pero you can actually solve this mentally. So, you have 360, 270. So, what you could do would be solve mo sila ng nakasplit. Para hindi ka na kailangan mag-rewrite, tapos i-carry mo siya. So, 60 plus 70 is going to give me 130. Tapos, i-add ko lang yun dun sa 500 na kakalabasan nito. So, 130 plus 500, that is 630 kilometers. Okay? So, again, all we have to do is to use yung basic knowledge natin ng formula to get to the correct answer. Alright, so question number 3 tayo. This is the most challenging of all the 3 questions that I posted. Sabi, Arman finished a full marathon. Ang full marathon daw ay 42 kilometers ang distance in 6 hours. If Arjo ran half as fast as Arman and quit after 4 hours, what part of the marathon did Arjo cover? Now, again, Arman was actually another name suggested sa akin this last video. So, if you want me to mention your name, your child's name, or your friend's name sa next problems, you can comment na lang sa baba. Okay? So, again, Arman, thanks for watching and thanks for sending your name in. Now, ito. Tingnan natin yung gagawin natin dito. So, ang first example natin is Arman. Okay? So, sa case ni Arman, hindi natin alam yung kanyang speed, pero kailangan kasi natin yung speed ni Arman to know yung speed ni Arjo. Kasi sabi, Arjo ran half as fast. Ibig sabihin ko, ano yung speed ni Arman, i-half ko pa yun, tapos yun yung magiging speed ni Arjo, which is yung hinahanap naman talaga natin. So, ang first na point of order kailangan kong gawin is to find yung speed ni Arman. And how do we know that? Again, we talked about finding the speed in the previous video. So, ang gagawin lang natin nun, kung distance is equal to speed times time, ang speed naman is equal to distance over time. So, ang distance niya ay 42 kilometers at ang time naman ay 6 hours. So, ang gagawin lang natin 42 over 6 hours para makuha natin yung speed ni Arman. So, 42 divided by 6 is actually 7. So, 7 kilometers per hour ang speed ni Arman. So, sobrang bilis niya, no? So, etong speed na ngayon na ito, ang magiging basihan natin nung speed ni Arjo. Ang sabi, ang speed daw ni Arjo ay half. Nung speed, half of, nakita natin to, or half as fast nung kay Arman. So, 1/2 nung 7 kilometers per hour. And that would give us 3.5 kph. Ito na ngayon ang speed na kailangan natin for the problem. Ang sabi, si Arjo daw, tumakbo daw siya, ng speed niya ay 3.5 kilometers per hour. Kaya lang nag-quit daw siya after, 4 hours. So, ang hinahanap natin is yung distance na tinakbo ni Arjo. Gaano kalayo ang tinakbo niya? Hindi niya tinapos yung race. Ang tinakbo niya ay yung speed niya, which is 3.5 kilometers per hour, times yung time, okay, na tumakbo siya, which is 4 hours, para makuha natin yung distance na tinakbo niya. Now, ang distance niyang tinakbo is 3.5 times 4, which is going to give us, and this is how I solve it, again, just so you can do mental math. Now, how do I personally solve this? 3.5 times 4. Ako kasi ang 3.5 is a threshold number for me. Dalawang 3.5 is 7. So, may dalawa sa 4. So, ang kanyang magiging distance would be 14 kilometers. Okay? Now, again, you can solve it the traditional way, which is basically just multiplying it 3.5 times 4. Tapos isosolve mo to. So, 20, 4, 12, 14. Tapos may decimal kang isang beses, move mo to. Again, 14 din naman ang kalalabasan. I just explained that to you. Baka sakaling makatulong din sa inyo. So, may benefits talaga yung paghahanap ng mga patterns and relationships and numbers, lalo na kapag nag-exam na kayo, mas faster that way. Okay? Pero ang tanong kasi here is not just kung ano gaano kalayo yung tinakbo niya. Ang tanong is, what part of the marathon did Arjo cover? Na kung part na ng marathon ang hinahanap, ibig sabihin nun, gaano kalaking bahagi ng marathon yung 14 kilometers na tinakbo ni Arjo. Okay? Now, ang gagawin na lang natin here would be, dahil fraction, okay? Anong percentage, anong proportion ng full race ang tinakbo niya, ang gagawin natin would be, kukunin natin yung 14 kilometers, tapos, i-relate natin siya dun sa full marathon. Ang full marathon is 42 kilometers. Okay? So, ito yung kanyang part. 14 out of 42. Parang quiz, di ba? Ang natapos niya lang 14 kilometers out of 42. So, ang pwede mong gawin dito would be to just put this fraction in lowest terms. So, pareho naman siyang divisible sa 2. You can start with that. So, now you have 7. Okay? Over, and then this is also divisible by 2, 21. Now, this can be further reduced kasi pareho silang divisible sa 7. So, this will be 1 over 3. So, what part of the marathon did Arjo cover? Okay? He covered a third, which means 1/3. Or, kung ang options ninyo ay nasa percentage form, ito ay 33.33%. Okay? Of the full marathon. So, 1/3 of the full marathon yung kinover niya. Now, again, these are just examples of how tests can come up with seemingly complicated problems, but if you know basic knowledge, you can actually get to it. Okay? Again, I'll be posting more questions on my Instagram account, so if you don't follow me yet, follow me at Lyqa Maravilla for that. And again, we'll be making more of these naman. It's a great way for me kasi to gauge kapag nagpo-post ako ng questions doon kung natututunan nyo ba or kung anong lessons ang kailangan ko i-prioritize sa susunod. So, follow me at Lyqa Maravilla for more of that. And I hope sa susunod ay makikita ko ang yung name sa mga listahan ng mga tama ang sagot. Okay? Alright, hope you learned something today. If you did, click thumbs up. Make sure that you share this video with your friends and mag-exam din sila. That way, marami tayong matutulungan. And as always, if you want to reach out to me directly, join the online or live review events, you can go to www.facebook.com/Team Lyqa for more information. And if you haven't subscribed yet, subscribe na and hit that bell. Marami pa tayong lessons coming up, including yung full na series na ito when it comes to motion problems. We're also going to cover multiple vehicles, pati na rin yung boats, rowing, upstream and downstream. All of these are coming soon. So hit that bell and choose all notifications para ma-notify kayo kapag ready na sila. Thanks guys, and as we always say sa channel na to, never stop learning. Adja, kaya niyo yan. I'll see you in the next video and bye for now.